Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your February 2021 love reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you are interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be linked and listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to be scammed by anybody in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. This is not me. I will not be offering you a reading in the comment box below at all. Okay? So don't be scammed. Don't email them. Yeah, don't engage. Okay, with that said, now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Now let's let the bowl sing as we see what the tarot has to say. And I'm going to be doing things just a little bit differently, just to kind of change things up a bit. Pisces, February 2021. Building and calling love into your life, Pisces. February 2021. Building and calling love into your life, Pisces. February 2021. Building and calling love into your life, Pisces. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. And this is going to be a very different love reading than the ones we're used to seeing. This is going to be a reading about calling love into your life, about living in love and sensuality of being. This is for anybody who's in a relationship, looking to be in a relationship, perfectly happy, being single, and just wanting more love, more sensuality in your existence. All right. And this is your chakra energy. This is going to be where a little bit of work is needed during this time. Pisces, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Pisces, February 2021, building and calling love into your life. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, ooh, there we go, those four. Fantastic. So we're going to start here with inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is where a lot of negativity, there we go, is held in this life or in past lives. So from this life or from past lives. So here, when we're embracing inspiration, we're also embracing a new dawn around love, around passion, around what we desire from our existence and the way that we are communicating with the energy around us. You then have visualization, which is the third eye chakra. Peace, the crown chakra. And finally, the inner child, the heart chakra. So we're going to see how all this correlates to what the tarot has to say. So we have here the 3 of Pentacles, and then the 4 of Cups. You have the 5 of Pentacles. All right, that's very interesting. A sense of poverty around love. And then you have the Strength card, which is a Leo energy. Time frame is July 23rd to August 22nd. You have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. April 20th to May 20th is the time frame. And then you have Taurus energy going right into Gemini energy, represented by the Lovers here. And that's May 21st to June 20th. Okay. There's a powerful shift that is going on, and it's actually really exciting. It's kind of like I almost have to like clear the energy away to embrace the excitement here, because it's just like this shift going on, and I really find that cool. Okay, so first and foremost, you have the repeat of the number 5. 5 is a freedom number. 5 is also a number of things not being as hard as you thought they were going to be. Now, first and foremost, I have to say that I am a huge fan of Carezza. So that is linked in the description box below. That is the coming together of souls. That is sex with orgasm kind of taken off the table. And it depends on how strictly you follow it, whether you believe in orgasmic sex, or not believe in, or practice orgasmic sex or not. And that's completely up to the individual. But here, it is a walking into your sensuality. And it's that connection with a partner, but it's also that connection with your life. I very much believe that Carezza can be a very singular thing where you are focused on the here and the now, and the presence that you have, the radiance of your spirit. So when you're breaking free of all the muck and the mire that is keeping you from being in the present power of yourself, of your existence, of your passion, of your brilliance. So we're starting off here with inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, again, is where a lot of negativity is held from this life and from past lives. So this is what keeps us held back. This is what makes us think, I can't be loved. I can't be loved because I watched my parents have a really bad marriage. I can't be loved because, every relationship I've been in has been chaotic and hurtful. I can't be loved because I don't look like a model, like a superstar. So who's going to want me? Here, it is saying, I am me, and I am powerful for being me. We have all these different reasons why we shouldn't be loved. We're too young, we're too old, we're too fat, we're too skinny, we're too this, we're too that. We're too much all the time. And yes, sometimes we as human beings are too much. We are intense and we are powerful. But instead of looking at that as a bad thing, embrace it as the powerhouse that you are. Your inspiration evolves you. It moves you forward. It enlightens you. It empowers you. So you're being inspired for a new dawn, for a new day to come into your life. You're looking at the generational hurts, the generational pains. You could sit there, and I had this, sharing a personal story, of course, I had this idea in my head that the firstborn child in my family the firstborn girl didn't get to be happy in a relationship, because I looked back and I knew my grandma, my great grandma, my mom, of course, but none of them really had really, really happy marriages. My grandma had the most happy marriage, but it was they were comfortable with each other. They had been married for so long, but like that starry-eyed passion, it wasn't there. And my great grandma had an arranged marriage, and her husband was just cruel, and my parents' marriage was really not good at all. So I always thought that was going to be my fate, because that was the pattern. And it's seeing these patterns, and it's kind of like seeing them and believing them when you're younger or as you're growing, where I just don't get to be happy. And that gets to be shattered, because you get to be happy. Because this life, yes, it is about suffering. It is about hardships and pains and disappointments and being brought to your knees, most definitely. Because life is hard, but it's about the beautiful moments too. It's about the laughter, and it's about the joy, and it's about love and peace and harmony and brilliance. We get to have that. And just because we see patterns, and just because we see things a certain way at a certain point in our life, does not mean that beauty gets to be taken away from us. Doesn't mean that we are not worthy of it. So the inspiration here is when you're thinking about your love and being that radiance, that sun, that glory of love in your life, and embracing that new horizon. It's then not saying, oh yeah, but it's not for me. Because it is for you. It is for you. the visualization. Now, I know people, we laugh at visualization because, we all read The Secret, and it's like, oh, if you just visualize it, it will happen. No, you also have to work your tush off, right? And you have to let divinity guide you. But the thing with visualization is that our minds do not know the difference. And this is the scary thing about the human mind. It does not know the difference between reality and our fantasies. So when we're visualizing love, when we're visualizing passion, when we're visualizing power, okay, within our lives, standing in the sensuality of ourselves, if we visualize it and we feel it from the very top of our heads to the tip of our toes, we start to call it in. We start to change the way our neurons fire. We start to change the idea and the ideas that we have about ourselves. And that changing can either rip us down completely or it can build us up. Because if we visualize the negative, if we visualize the pain, the hurt, the disappointment, the relationship falling apart, the partner being just like your old partner, the patterns coming in of hurt and of pains and finding wound mates instead of soulmates, that's what we get. Because we visualize it, we make it so within our minds. And by making it so within our minds, we then act it out on the stage of life. This is visualizing your power. This is visualizing your truth. This is visualizing what it is that you desire. And it's calling it forward. And yes, our world, we absolutely highlight the erotic, beautiful love. We highlight the love that is chaotic, that is a bit dangerous at times. We highlight that love and we say, that is awesome. It's kind of like the love that teenagers have. And you're just supposed to be in that sort of love for the rest of your life. That's impossible. It is impossible. Your pheromones, when you fall in love with somebody, are intense for like the first 6 months. Okay? It's like riding, there we go, this huge wave, this huge high. But you come down. There's a baseline. There's a baseline for people's happiness. There's also a baseline in relationships where your contentment, your happiness, your stability is. You have to be compatible at that baseline. That's very important. So here, when you're looking at what brings you peace, when you're looking at your crown chakra, look at the baseline of your happiness. You as an individual, you as a couple, what it is that you desire from your life, how it is that you want to move yourself forward. If you're in a couple, it's very important to look at this baseline. If you're not in a couple, if you're single, it's looking at your baseline of happiness and saying, do I want to elevate this? Like, do I want to try and make myself a happier person, to radiate my peace more? Or am I okay with this? Like, am I a relatively happy person, or am I a little bit like Eeyore? So here, it's looking at this and seeing what brings you peace, what brings you joy, what brings you prosperity, what brings you bounty, what brings you to the next level of your existence. It moves you to looking at your inner child because you're looking at your peace. And we cannot obtain peace without connecting with our inner child. Our inner child who has been hurt, our inner child who has been overwhelmed, who has been forgotten, who can feel invisible. This is the heart chakra. Our inner child lives within our heart. And so here, it is embracing that heart. It is embracing that brilliance. It is embracing that truth. And it's holding your arms open to the child that you once were. And instead of being angry at that child, instead of sitting there and saying, how could you have been so weak? Or why would you be so stupid as to think that this had to be our future? Open your arms up to that child and say, I love you. I care for you. And I will always be there for you. You are always safe. Be the hero you've so longed for. Because the unfortunate thing with our world is that nobody comes and saves you. And if they do save you, it comes at a cost. It does. Our world is about us saving ourselves, us finding our truths. There is power here, Pisces. Prosperity, bounty, success. Do not let another person claim that for you. Do not let people take away the power that you have created for yourself. Let that light shine down on you. Let it move you forward. Let it guide you to the place that you need to be. Because you have here the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift that you're not seeing. Handing you a gift that doesn't look like a gift right now. It looks like more work. It looks like more time. It looks like more effort. It looks like so much more. It is going to be a gift that just, again, just doesn't seem like a gift, but it is. It's embracing your gift. It's embracing your passion. It's even, because it doesn't seem like a gift, it's like, okay, I get it. I get it. This is hard, but I'm going to keep on moving forward. I get it. I'm looking at things one way. They're coming to me another way. I'm going to keep on embracing my truth, my love, myself, my soul, because there's going to be a time where you start to see this as a turning point, where you start to see the passion coming in, where you start to see the love coming in. And it's like, wow, it all started. And it can be with the silliest, littlest of things. But it started to build. It started to embolden you. It started to empower you. And it leads you here to really looking at what has held you back with love. The hurts, the pains, the fears that you have had. Again, it can come from observing other people's love. It can come from falling in love with the wrong person, having your heart broken. There is power in pain, okay? And as somebody who has seen a lot of pain when it comes to love, I'm here to tell you that is not the intention. Love isn't meant to break you. It isn't meant to hurt you. It isn't meant to belittle you and deny you. Love is meant to be a really comforting cup of tea, or that warm blanket that you wrap yourself in as you sit in front of the fire. Love is meant to be beautiful. Love is meant to be building. And it's meant to be kind. And so often, love just isn't kind. When we have poverty around love, we have the essence of thinking, I'm not worthy of love. I'm too broken to be loved. I'm too hurt. I'm too overwhelmed. I'm, too much. And I can't be loved. Have you ever seen those people where they're kind of nasty people? They're not the best people in the world, but they believe, and it radiates from their being, that they should be worshipped. And they have people flocking all over them, loving them astoundingly. And yet, they don't really love back. Why did they get love? And when your heart is opened, and when you know that you're like a good person, you don't get that love. It's because you've closed the door. Open that door. It doesn't mean that you will have people falling at your feet. Open that door to love. Let divinity love you. Let your angels and your spirit guides love you. Let yourself love you. Start to live in the presence, in the sensuality of your being, in the passion of your soul, in the power of yourself. Let that love radiate. Let it guide you forward. Because it will outlast the storm. It will bring with it the sun, the power, the beauty, because you're stronger than you give yourself credit for. And the strength of love is astounding. So here, the poverty also comes from being in love that is controlling, manipulative. This can be thinking that love is one person being more powerful than the other. And we see this time and time again when it comes to relationships. One person is the powerful one, and the other person follows. When you're embracing strength in love, it is that strength of never-ending eternity, of compassion, of understanding, of truth. And it's for the individual, and it's for the couple, and it's for the world that is created. As Spirit said before, we embrace the erotic love in this world. We put all the emphasis on it. And that's all well and good. Erotic love is great. But the Greeks have 3 types of love. There's the erotic love, the eros, where our word erotica comes from. There's the family love. And there's the agape love, which Christ had before he died for everyone. So when you are looking at love, there are different seasons of love. Think of how the Eskimos had all the different words for snow. There are all the different words, all the different emotional understandings for love. And yet, we're almost crippled by having just one word for it. Erotic love is great, okay? But erotic love, it doesn't last. You have those 6 months where you're riding that wave. And again, then you crescendo and you come down. And you move to the baseline. The family love, the building love, the caring love, the nurturing love. That's astoundingly important. It seems boring because it's baseline. It's coming to the center of it all. The agape love is the transcendent love. Is the love that prophets walk in. Is the love that is astounding to our world. Because it's a selfless love. But it's not a love that lets yourself be taken advantage of. Because if you look at the Bible, not to get religious on people, but if you look at the Bible, Jesus stood up for himself. Buddha stood up for himself. Muhammad stood up for himself. They didn't let themselves be walked all over. But they embraced love. They embraced truth. Moses stood up for himself, most definitely. They embraced love. They loved, but they also had boundaries. And that's important because we tend to forget that. When we walk in love, when we walk in the essence of now, not in the past, in the hurts, in the pains, not in the future, in the delusions, in the maybes, but if we walk in the present of the now, we walk in the truth. And we can be aware of the now. Like, okay, maybe right now you're not in the best of moods, or, you're absolutely elated of something, or your back hurts you, or your neck is a bit sore. We can be aware of the now and why it's making us a bit grouchy, or why it's bringing us great joy. But when we name it, when we own it, we embrace it, we transcend it, we embrace the strength from it. And then we can stop ourselves going down the chaotic pattern. It leads you to the Hierophant. It leads you to your truth. It leads you to honoring what is about you that you cannot move back from, that you cannot take away from yourself and your soul without losing a fundamental truth that is your essence and your being. The Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, it is the Pope. The Pope was the King of Kings. He could tell kings what to do. He could tell emperors what to do. Queens, empresses. Here you have Hunin and Munich. Okay, Munich, I believe. They're the North gods. Gods of Odin. The Norse. There we go. The Norse gods of Odin. Then you have the sign of Isis, the scarab beetle in the middle, the sacred symbol. So here you have the wings of Isis too. So here you have ancient signs of prosperity, of bounty, of power. And what I always think is so very interesting is, do you think that these people, when they were worshipped, when people worshipped these gods, did you ever think that one day they would become mythologies? They would become stories that were told. They would become lessons that were learned. When we walk in love, we walk in our love story. It can be a story that is told later on, but it is the truth that we walk in now. Here, with the Hierophant, it is walking in that power. It is walking in that realization. It is walking in that bounty. It is walking in that glory and letting nothing and no one take it from you. It moves you to the lovers. It moves you to being in love with your life. It moves you to duality. It moves you to passion. But it's also a warning, because with Gemini energy, Geminis, they just want to be loved. They really, really do. And they can forsake all else because they just want everybody to think really well of them and to be liked and to be loved. That is the wrong energy to go into love with. The energy to go into love with is I am me. Accept it? Awesome. Don't like it? Don't waste my time. This is me. And it's not only for being in a relationship. It's for friendships. It's for life. This is who I am. There is power here because there is truth. And then it pulls forward the duality of your being. The serpent is not a bad sign at all. The serpent's here, the intertwining of love, is the intertwining of passion. You can see it as a very phallic symbol. You can see it as a coming together of the masculine energy, but also the feminine energy of understanding and truth, of power and desire and being. And you see this becoming ecstasy, living your truth, leads to an ecstasy of existence, leads to a sensuality of purpose, leads to a walking in grace, in the grace of love, in the power of love. Feel yourself being in the moment, being in the present, living your power. Let yourself open up to love. Let yourself be curious about love. Explore, discover. Take your time. And become the passion that is missing within this world. Embrace the love of partners. Embrace the love of prophets. Embrace the love of your truth. And walk forward in that grace. Do not let this world rob it from you. This world robs so much. It robs love. It robs truth. It silences voices. It's hurt, it's pain, it's disappointment. It's brilliance and its glory. But it's time to embrace your love, to embrace your power, and to let nothing hold you back. Your subconscious chakra message is communication, the third chakra, communicating what it is you deeply want from love and how it is that it is moving you forward. This is communicating on multifaceted, different levels. This isn't just the voice, but this is the essence. This is the movement. This is the passion of you. It leads you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the devil. Capricorn energy, time frame December 22nd to January 19th. It is not having addictions, doubts, fears, hurts, pains define you anymore. They'll want to, most definitely. They'll want to call you to that pain, to say, remember the chaos, remember the hurt, remember that you can't. It is time to break the bonds and say, oh yes, I can. Chaos is a natural occurrence within our world, within ourselves, within humanity. But to be ruled by it, it destroys. And so you rise, higher than you could ever have imagined, because you look that chaos right in the eye and say, but this is me, and I get to soar. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as you move forward. Being that peace, that harmony, that sensuality that you want to see within your world. Raising your energy vibration as you embrace the hard work that you have put into your life and you call forward your glory. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.